Hey folks, I just want to make a quick video. I just picked up a new unhooking mat. I just thought I'd show you what I use for a hooking mat. Works pretty good for me. I actually lost my unhooking mat that I've had for quite a few years. The other day I must have dropped it at some point. I think maybe I dropped it in the parking lot. I don't know. I went back the next day to look for it, couldn't find it anywhere. Somebody must have picked it up. Probably threw it away. I can't imagine what anybody would want with a stinky mat. But anyway, so I went and bought a new one, and this is the exact thing that I had previously, and it's just a yoga mat. It's just a very inexpensive $10 yoga mat, and it's pretty thin and foam padding, and it works great. This particular one is 24 inches wide and 68 inches long, which is way too long for a carb mat. So I'm gonna cut it down to about 40 inches. I've kind of determined that 40 inches is kind of that sweet spot. The only time I had a fish that didn't fit on the mat was one time when I caught like a 40-pound grass carp, and that thing was like 42 inches long. But 99% of the time, any common carp that I'm going to catch is going to fit on a 40-inch long mat. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this down. That'll be step one. And then I'll show you how I like to roll it up. I'm going to make a little elastic retainer for it, because that was with the one that I lost too. I lost the retainer. And then I'll show you how I strap it onto my my backpack. So like I said, this is 68 inches long, so I'm going to trim off some. Hey, look at that guy. Doesn't he look happy? I've never tried yoga, but anyway. Go ahead and remove this packaging here. These come in a bunch of different colors. I just kind of like just the straight up gray color. Easy way to get a straight line across here is just to measure 40 along one edge, mark it, and then measure 40 along the other edge and mark it, and then just use a straight edge and connect the two marks. Got a straight line. And I'm going to put something underneath here so I don't cut my workbench. I think this scrap piece of plexiglass will work good. Voila. Save the leftovers here for a different project, a different day. And it really is as simple as that. This is a nice mat that's plenty big. It's got plenty of padding. It's going to protect that fish from just getting beat up on the ground, and protect the, you know, if anything, if you don't care about protecting the fish, if anything, it'll keep the fish clean, so you'll have a nice picture and not a fish with a bunch of mud and sand all over it. But this stuff doesn't have a lot of memory either, which is nice. As you can see, I mean, that thing was rolled up in the store. Who knows how many months or maybe years that thing is rolled up in the store, and it lays flat just like that. It doesn't have much memory. And the way I store it is I fold it in half like this so that the edges are together. And then I roll it and keep those edges on the inside. And just roll it up like that. And that's how I store it, and that's how I carry it. And then I'm going to make a little retainer band that goes around here. You could use a bungee cord or whatever, but I'll show you what I like to do with this. So here I've got a spool of shock cord. This is super cheap. You can get it at the home centers, or obviously you can order it online. This is a 1/8 inch shock cord. It's just it's like paracord, except it's stretchy. I use this for a lot of things. Super handy. That's what I'm going to make my retainer out of. So basically what I'm going to do is start with is I'm going to make a loop at the end of this shock cord. I'm just going to kind of guess how big the loop is. The nice thing about, you know, that this is stretchy, so you got some leeway there. But I'm not going to pull the knot tight yet. I'm just going to leave the knot loose so I can adjust it. So let's see how does this fit over. That's a little bit too loose. I want it a little bit tighter than that. So I'll just go ahead and pull this knot down and adjust it a little bit tighter. That's pretty good. I want it snug enough that it's gonna not move around, but not so tight that it's gonna like create an indention in the mat or anything like that. I don't want to strangulate the mat. I just want to keep it rolled up. So that should be good. And then I'm going to take the cord and I'm going to wrap it around the mat once. And then I'm going to have a loop down at this end here. Make a loop at the other end. So with the shot cord here, I just made a, it's just got a loop on one end and a loop on the other end. And that's just going to go around each end of the mat here, loop around this end, and then I'm just going to wrap it twice. And then loop on that end. And that's it. It's nice and snug. It's not going to unwrap. It's going to stay where I put it. And here's how I put it on my backpack. And I realize all backpacks are different, but mine has these straps on the side here that work pretty good for that. And I can just put this mat right there on the side of my backpack, buckle that strap, pull it tight, and it goes with me like that. And I imagine this is how I lost my other one. I probably forgot to cinch down this strap when I picked up and left for the day. I probably put it in there, forgot to cinch it down, put my backpack on, and walked out of there. And at some point, walking out, it must have fallen out. Somebody must have found it. But anyway, I got a new one. And the one I lost wasn't even close to wearing out. I'm sure it would have lasted for many more years. These can sit out in the sun all day long, and they don't really absorb water either. I just really like this. It's super simple and it works good. Just thought I'd share that with you. But I hope you found that useful. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one.